We bought this dresser from Facebook Marketplace for $100. My husband fixed the drawer track on the top drawer and then screwed it back in place. Then he cleaned it up inside and out. And he filled in a couple of scratches with wood filler. When the wood filler was dry, he sanded it down smooth and scuff sanded the rest of the dresser to help the paint stick to it. Then he cleaned up all of the dust with our vacuum and tack cloth. He put some stripper on the bottom drawers and then he let it sit like that overnight. The next day, he scraped off all of the stripper and the old finish and cleaned off all of the residue. And then he set the drawers aside for a few days to let them completely dry. Back to the dresser, he sprayed 2 coats of Shellac primer all over. This primer is really good at making paint stick, but it's also good at blocking stains from coming through. We planned to paint the dresser white, so we really didn't want any stains to mess up our paint job. When you spray this primer though, it feels really rough, so he sanded it down to make it feel smooth, and then he cleaned off all of the dust again. Then he finally got to the paint. He used General Finishes Enduro Poly, which is basically a white tinted polyurethane, so it's really thin and perfect to use in the paint sprayer. No thinning required. And it's a top coat, so you don't need to fuss with another product. After his first coat of paint, he noticed a drip, so he brushed it out before it dried like that, and then he only had to lightly sand before painting the next coat. But then on the next coat, he had another drip, so he brushed it out again and sanded it a little bit after it was dry again. But his third coat, he didn't have any issues. It did feel a little bit rough because of the overspray that fell back onto it while drying, so he rubbed a brown paper bag on it to make it feel smooth again. And then we laid it on its back, and he sprayed another coat on the tops and sides. Last but not least, he sanded the drawers a little bit to finish getting off the old finish. And then he sanded down the detail on the top drawer. And he finished off the drawers with a couple of coats of water-based polyurethane to help protect the bare wood. And here's what it looks like now. What do you think of the new look? Do you think it will sell quickly? Want to turn your hobby into cash? Click the link in my comments to download the free pricing guide that we use to buy and sell furniture.